Hi there family, my name is Rindo and welcome back to this channel. It's the channel that really loves Yakuno so much. Man, I haven't done that sort of intro style in a long time, but yeah, sorry, going back, right? Today's video is going to be the second part, the continuation to the previous video that I made talking about cosplaying the characters of Yakuno, 100 Kanajo, 100 Kano, the 100 girlfriends who really love you, whatever you want to call it, right? The previous video that I made, or this video series I suppose, is focusing on how, or finding out how feasible, accessible, or easy would it be for people who have limited time, money, resources to cosplay characters from the 100 Kanajos series, right? Today we're gonna be taking a look at more of the girlfriends, and of course I can't fit them all in this one video, so I'm gonna be dividing it up into parts. And with that being said, let's get on with it, shall we? So let's continue off with Hahari. Right now, for Hahari, we're gonna be taking a look at two versions. First is her casual, which is the outfit that she uses on her, I guess when she's at home, and then the chairwoman version when she is at the school setting, or where she's in school, right? Because of course in school she has to wear her attire, right? So let's take a look at the head portion, or her head area, right? Now she has long pink hair, but I believe, or the reason why I give it a 2 is because styling it would pose a challenge, right? Especially towards these ends right here. You have to have this detail, and the front here as well, which could, I don't know personally on how easy would it be to really style this. Maybe it is easy in fact, but with this particular style I believe it's going to be difficult. Furthermore, you have to also consider the white flowers that she has. So with Hakuri's design, she only has 2 white flowers on her left and right side of her hair, but for Hahari, almost her entire hair portion is decorated with these white flowers, right? Which personally I find to be really cool as a design, right? But to cosplay it, I believe it's going to be a challenge. For her eyes, sort of greenish contact lenses, which is similar to Hakuri's, right? And for her upper or lower outfit, right, her portion of, since this is a one-piece dress, I give it a 2 because it's going to be quite difficult to get this exact replica of a dress, right? Which, by the way, I have to of course acknowledge that these illustrations come from Nozawa Sensei's Twitter, right, when she posted the character designs for these characters, right? So let's just base it off on that. And of course, some fan arts, and even from the official designs, right, the official arts from the series do slightly differ from time to time, or not time to time rather, but more often than not we get to see a bit of differences here and there, especially for instance with the whole debate on Rentero's true hair color, so to speak, right? That whole ordeal rather. But yeah, either way, at least we can get a rough estimate, right? And with this case, with Hahari's dress, yeah, I believe that it's best if you have it tailor-made, or to commission a tailor to create this dress, right? Now, for Hahari's chairwoman version, right, this is much more simpler and I guess cheaper in a way to obtain, but there's a bit of detail that you need to be wary of. So first off, let's talk about her head area. Still the same long pink hair, but with Hahari's chairwoman, in her chairwoman outfit, right, you'd notice that she doesn't have her hair loose, right, but instead she puts it off in a bun right here. Where's the mouse? There, right here in the bun, and there's this one what do you call this, piece of her hair, right, that's just to her right side, right? And it's also in this sort of design, so styling that would be difficult. And of course you have to also add the white flowers and green contact lenses for her eyes. For her upper, right, although this may seem easy because it would just look like a suit, right, and the suit's color would be quite similar to that of Hakuri's and Rentero's school uniform tone, right? But with this one, with Hahari's suit, there's this detail right here along her along the chest area, right? Frills, I believe so, which really calls for it to have a bit of tailor-made essence to it, right? Or otherwise, or even better, just have the whole thing tailor-made, which is really I imagine is quite difficult, I suppose. I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna be a challenge as well. You can also, for upper as well, necklace, right, a flowery necklace. And for her lower parts, well, shoes, heels and the like. And this sort of skirt that she has, I believe this is a really tight skirt with a bit of, you know, something right here, frills, I believe, which, yeah, it's gonna be difficult to obtain. But you know, overall, I guess you could really just have Harry's entire suit tailor-made, because I forgot to also mention this. In her upper portion, you can see right here, there's also a bit of frills, like a bagginess, open bagginess to it, right? Which, yeah, it's gonna be difficult to find a suit from your local department store with this particular design. Who knows, maybe there is, I don't know. But yeah, moving on, let's take a look at Kurumi's. Now Kurumi, for her head area, it's quite, you know, easy in a way as well, right? So indigo-ish hair, light green-ish contact lenses, and headphones, right? And I believe just these three elements coming together would really give you the impression that, okay, this is Kurumi. And of course, you have to also act the way that she is as well, with her, I guess, grumpy or angry-ish look, right? So yeah, her upper portion, inner black hoodie, black hoodie, right? Then she lace it over with a gray suit, school suit, right? And I believe, you know, you could either go for a just a regular gray suit, but with Kurumi's design in particular, her suit has these black linings, right, on the what do you call this, the collar side, or the collar aspect of the suit. So yeah, that portion, I guess you could have it tailor-made, so to speak, right? And of course, I forgot to mention as well, for the hoodie, you need to also have these particular designs as well. This pattern, or these strips of what's this, chartreuse, I believe, or yellowish, bluish, yellowish, or greenish hue colors tone, right? For her lower portion, mini skirt, but the mini skirt, looking at these designs, it has to be in a sort of checkered look with gray, a blue and red pattern, right? And of course, I believe, are these leg warmers or just regular socks? I don't know, just go for regular socks and shoes, I suppose. So yeah, I give it a solid 3, so to speak. Now let's take a look at May's. Now May, in a way, could be really easy to pull off a cosplay, right? Or pull her cosplay off, especially for one, if you have a maid outfit which is similar to that of her design, which I don't know with you, fam, but I think this is quite easy to buy online. This design, I mean, right? And you just need to have this in your black shirt to go with it, and boom, you're all set for a May cosplay. Her head, or her wig area, is really easy to pull off. You just need to have a short black hair wig with, you know, the bangs right here, the details right here as well. And yeah, easy to style, I would say, you know. And you don't need contact lenses as well, because May is always having her eyes closed. So of course, when you walk around, you have to keep your eyes open. But if you ever take a photo, or yeah, if you ever have photo shoots with May, when you're cosplaying as May, then close your eyes. Or you could go for her open-eyed version, where you would buy rainbow colored contact lenses, which after searching in the internet, I know it does exist, especially towards the design where it's circular, right? It's not like straight, but rather, you know, circular. And yeah, I was surprised that there really are contact lenses with that color scheme. But yeah, I guess buying it, I don't know if it would be more expensive than the regular ones, but yeah, either way, just be wary of that. You know, I just want to alarm you on that. And for her upper/lower, right, maid outfit, as I've said, I don't know if you can really find a design that is similar to this online, which I know there are some out there. And with May's maid outfit in particular, it's the long dress type, so it's not not on the shorter end, which is similar to that of Rams from the Zero series, right? May is a maid with long skirt, long apron, and the like. So yeah. Next, let's take a look at Iku's. Now, Iku, is she the easiest girlfriend, the easiest character to cosplay in the series? Because, okay, let's take a look at this, right? For her head portion, I give it a 5. For one, the styling is quite simple and easy. Short platinum blonde hair, right? Whatever color scheme that you feel it's comfortable for you, right? Then go for it. Or you feel like this is Iku, then go for it, right? Yeah, I believe that is quite easy to obtain, right? And for contact lenses, bluish to purplish contacts, right? Or for her eyes. And as I've said, it really varies from different art styles, from different color pages to color pages, because you would notice oftentimes they would change, right? And yeah, that's the whole ordeal that I've said or talked about rather, or just a while ago, right? Now for her upper, short sleeve button up with a pocket right here on her left side, which yeah, it is kind of common, right? And a large red ribbon, which I imagine you can just make it yourself. You just get a ribbon and try to make it in this sort of style, right? And yeah, that's about it. And for a lower portion, just put on a skirt, a skirt that is, which I believe, right, not so sure. Yeah, after looking at Iko for so long, I'm sure that her skirt is right around the knees area, right? I suppose, yeah, the knees area, yeah. And for her accessory, you can have a baseball bat if you want, and yeah, you're done. You have your Iko cosplay, which yeah, Iko really is easy to pull off in a cosplay, right? I don't know, but yeah. Next, let's take a look at Mimimis, right? Now for Mimimi, right, fam? I've mentioned this in a daily dose of Yakuno one time, right? Where there are some girlfriends out there where in the series rather, whose uniforms, school uniforms, right, just feel really tailor made, right? And with that, it comes sometimes posed as a challenge on whether you want to or on how you would go about cosplaying this character, right? So let's excuse me, let's talk first about her head portion, right, or her head area. So long blonde hair, which I imagine is kind of quite easy to obtain. I'm not the length though is yeah, it's quite long, but are there wigs with that length? I don't know, but yeah. Another portion why I worry about styling her hair, right, is because Mimimi's forehead is, of course, seen, right? So she has that type of hairstyle where you can see just this part of you can also see this part of her head, right? Then you can this part of her bangs, so to speak, is just flowing down right here. There's also one right here, and so styling this area would be quite difficult. I've attempted to do that as well, but with not the proper equipment, especially if you don't have a model head or mannequin head or whatever it's called, right, then it would be difficult to style it. But otherwise, if you just practice, if you do much practice, get a lot of references as much as you can, then I believe that it's easy to pull off. Furthermore, for her eyes, blue contact lenses and the like. For her upper, now this is okay. Now here's the thing, right? So let's take a first look at her inner, right, which is her polo. The polo, as you can see right here, there's a bit of bagginess again to or nearing her hand area. Where is the mouse? There you go, nearing her hand area right here. So this is quite similar to that of Shizuka's, right? And there are uniforms out there, as I mentioned in the last video, there are female uniforms out there with this sort of design. So if you can obtain that, it's easy, but you can have it tailor-made as well or buy it online and the like. Blue tie, we got that down. It's yeah, technically this is a tie, right? It's like the cross shaped tie. Please forgive me if I forgot the name, right? I forget the name, right? So yeah. Next is this abdomen garment of hers, right? Now I believe, oh my god, I'm not so sure, but I think this is detachable, right? So this is a sort of a separate layer from that of her polo shirt, right? So if you can have this tailor made, then boom, you would have it done easily. For her lower portion, skirt, yes, and some floral stockings. I believe you can just use regular black stockings, but the floral design, in my opinion, just really gives off that that whole Mimimi vibe. And I believe it doesn't even have to be this exact pattern, as long as it's beautiful, right? Because if we know Mimimi, she would accept anything that is beautiful inside and out. So yeah, just a really nice floral design to really give it that nice accent to it. And there you have your Mimimi cosplay. So fam, if you happen to make it this far, thank you very much for listening to my opinions about this, and I hope it helps. I have helped in a way, right? And of course I'm gonna be doing more of this with the other girlfriends soon, right? And with that being said, take care family, and thank you for listening.